Maybe I never knew what I really wanted, but looking back I can see it's all clear. I'm still a kid trying to act like they all taught me, but nothing makes sense anymore. I could have seen it all coming, that I wouldn't grow wiser for each day. Am I the only one lost in translation, where nothing makes sense anymore?
It is currently Thursday, the 2nd of July, and you will have either just seen some footage from the past few days, or you will be about to see some footage from the past few days. I wanted to put a little vlog out from this week, but I don't have a kind of formulated idea in my head yet of how I'm going to put it together. So I've just been taking footage throughout the last few days when I felt that it would add to what I wanted to kind of talk about in this vlog. And that is that the change that is happening this week. So Phoebe went back to school this week, just for this week. They're giving every year group a chance to go in for either a morning or an afternoon for a whole week to spend time with their class teacher to say goodbye and to meet their new class teacher for next year. So that has been absolutely brilliant. Phoebe has loved it, loved every second, which makes us really happy, but also really sad at the same time, because obviously she missed out on so much of her year 4 experience. But I am glad that she's getting to say goodbye to her teacher and meet her new teacher for year 5. Lilia today also went to school, so she's going to be in just on Thursdays for the next 3 weeks, which will take us up to the end of term. And Dan has just gone shopping, so I am currently working from home on my own in the house. No children, no Dan. It is a very strange feeling, and these little things that are kind of leading the kids very slowly back to whatever the new normal is going to be, because we're under no illusions that things are going to go back to normal that we knew before coronavirus anytime soon. It's weird, because over the last 3 months we've got into such a routine. We've got into such a good routine, and although it was alarming and scary at first, we know what our days hold now, and although they can be a bit groundhoggy, we know what to expect. So it has been a really weird week. It's really shaken us all up in good ways and bad. Dan has gone back to work from furlough, but will be going on special leave until the end of July, as of the end of next week. He is still going through his redundancy process, and that will not be resolved for a little while yet. I reopened my shop selling my pins, so I've been to the post office again, which wasn't as easy as the first time I gave it a go, but was still not too bad. But again, very, very strange, very strange. And finally, we found out that we will possibly be able to go to France on holiday. Now, we booked 2 holidays right back in January. One to Scotland at Easter, which we had to obviously cancel, and one in August to France. So we haven't yet decided, but we think we will still be going. We're driving, so we don't have to go on any form of public transport other than the tunnel, but we don't even need to get out the car in the tunnel. And that only takes about 40 minutes. We've done that quite a few times before. We're very familiar with the route and France, and the place we're going to has a pool. So even if we just spend the whole week swimming, that would be great, and going to the supermarket. So I am going to be making some face masks, so I might film that for this little vlog as well. I found a really good video online, but I found a few different options. So I'm going to decide which one I'm doing, and I'll share with you like the ones I'm choosing from, and then I'm going to make a face mask for all of us in the family, so that we've got those for when we go to France. And also when we've been out and about, we don't actually, so a lot of people have actually asked about the rules about face coverings. There aren't any really about when we're in shops or out and about. We don't have to wear them. Some people do, but I would say the majority of people don't. We do have to wear them if we're on public transport, which obviously we never are, or if we're in a hospital setting or doctor's setting, and I think where social distancing is not possible. So for example, if you were working in an office and it wasn't possible to social distance, you might have to wear a face covering then, but I'm not an expert on it. But basically that's why if you see us wandering around a town or going to the supermarket, you won't see me wearing a face mask, because we don't have to. However, when we went out and about the other day, in the last vlog, to the coast, we had a little walk around the shop area at Margate, and there were quite a few of the little independent shops open, and they had hand sanitizer outside and little signs that said please do come in and browse, but we would prefer it if you were wearing a face covering to do so. So we elected not to go into those shops because we didn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable or anything like that. And it was at that point I thought, do you know what, I'm going to make masks so that we can have them with us, and if we're ever in a situation where we need them, or we feel we need them, or we feel it might make other people more comfortable, then at least we'll have them to hand. But anyway, I thought I'd share what I do with making those. Right, I've been talking for 5 minutes now, so I'm going to shut up and either show you some more footage or the footage I've just talked about. I've no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how I'm putting this vlog together, but I'm going to stop talking, get on with some work. Just sorting through some stuff, and I found this. I don't know where it's come from or why I have it. Pretty sure my mum gave it to me, but it's very, very new looking. But as you can see, it's not really sitting flat. So I'm going to try and block it and see how it turns out, and then decide what to do with it. It's definitely crochet, and it looks like a shiny cotton or acrylic. I don't think I made it. I'd remember if I'd made it, surely. Anyway, I'm not sure where it came from. It's a mystery doily. So I'm going to block it and see what happens. it is now Saturday and I'm going to finish the vlog today. It's been a really weird way of filming a vlog to do it over 6 days because I have like no idea like what the vlog is. So hopefully it'll all make sense when it all gets put together. I have made a start, so fingers crossed it'll be all right. Yeah, today is about getting some chores done. We're going to go and do a bit of pruning of tomato plants in the garden, harvest some potatoes, that kind of thing. Tidy up a bit out there. I've got some pins to parcel up and other bits and bobs like that. And I'm hoping that I'm going to make a face mask today as a kind of practice to see how easy that is. Because if we do end up going away, whether it's in the UK or to France, then I want to make sure we've all got one of those. So I'm hoping to do that today. Thank you to everybody that has bought me a coffee over the past couple of weeks. That is so kind of you. I'm trying to go in and kind of say thank you to everybody, but the Ko-fi site is a little bit clunky in that respect. You have to go through, you have to sort of click in about 3 times for each donation in order to then post to say thank you. So I think I'm going to, you can do kind of community posts. So I might try and do that over the weekend. We're going to Dover Castle tomorrow. Dover Castle is an English heritage site, and English Heritage have started to open up all of their properties again to visit. There is a lot of social distancing measures in place. I'm not sure we'll be able to get into the inside bits, but we're going to take a picnic and have a nice day out down there tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm going to film the day, but I'm going to make that as a little adventure vlog on our family channel, which is This Little Wonderful Life. So that'll be linked below, not the vlog, the channel. So if you subscribe to that and press the little bell notification, you will get a notification when that vlog goes up, if you're interested. Yeah, that channel is just like all our little family days out and adventures, so it's nothing to do with yarn and crafty stuff or anything like that. Right, I think I've rabbited on enough. I'm sure there's plenty I wanted to say, but I can't remember. So I'm going to go and put some shoes on and get out in the garden and start pruning those tomatoes. This is all dried, so I'm going to unpin it now and see if it holds its shape. Right, it's held its shape quite well. It definitely wants to kind of spring back a little bit. I'm still not sure what kind of yarn it is. It does feel very dry, like cotton. So what to do with it? I'm thinking I could use it, I could put it onto some fabric and make a cushion maybe. I'm not sure. But it's all nice and blocked, so I'm going to need to keep it somewhere where it's going to stay that way. But I'm quite pleased I found it. I just can't remember where it came from. This is coming out blue on the screen. It's actually purple. How funny is that? So I followed the tutorial by Melanie Ham, and I think I must have got myself confused with the pleats. She does a really clever thing with a seam ripper, and she said it's the same on each side, but I think it's actually mirrored on each side, so I've done my pleats wrong. My stitching is terrible as well, but it's a functional thing really. So I'm going to have to rip it all out and start again with the pleats. It's also really big, but that might be because I've got the pleats wrong. So back to the drawing board. Okay, here we are. After much annoying seam ripping. I undid my original stitches, and then what I did was I eyeballed the pleats and ironed them, used my little sewing clips and then sewed them that way. That worked much better for my very small brain. So it looks really narrow, but the proof is in the wearing of it, so I'll show you what it looks like. Ta-da! Am I smiling or am I frowning? Yeah, so you can see it fits really well actually. The narrower pleats made it, you know, follow the contours of the face. Got me elastic around my ears, and yeah, be great for a short-term covering if we are required to wear them. It's a little bit big for Phoebe. Let me take it off. It's a little bit big for Phoebe, but I think with just smaller elastic it'll fit her fine. So yeah, so now I just need to make 3 more for the rest of the family, and we are all set for when we need them. Hello, you can hear the sounds of Bop It going in the background, and I'm going to go and play it. But before I did, I just wanted to chat to you very quickly about the donation to the charities that we were raising money for during May. So I'm going to talk about this on the podcast, but obviously a lot of you watch the vlogs, and it was the vlogs that raised the money in the first place. So we raised, where's my phone? We raised £503.84. So each charity, I'm going to donate £260 to each charity. So I'm putting another 20 quid on top of what we earned from the vlog. So that is all of my YouTube earnings for the month of May. So any videos that were watched during May and earned revenue, that is what is going to these 2 charities. So I'm going to film myself doing the donation. But I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about the charities. This is really hurting my arm. I wonder if I can put it somewhere else. There we go, you can see Lilia now in the background. I've just popped you on top of my knitting and crochet patterns folder. You can see all the mess of the kitchen on a Saturday afternoon. Yes, so the National Emergencies Trust Coronavirus Appeal is raising money in partnership with the British Red Cross. They will raise and distribute funds to support communities made most vulnerable by the coronavirus outbreak. And what else does it say? It says that the National Emergencies Trust was created following the tragedy of Grenfell and the terror attacks in 2017 in London and Manchester. They're going to make sure people can apply for support with a simple application process and help them get any financial help quickly and efficiently. So you can actually donate by just texting if you want to, but obviously I'm going to go into their website and press the donate button and pay by card, and then I'm going to write them a little email and explain that you guys, the viewers of this channel, were responsible for creating that money. And then the other one that I'm donating to is the Children's Society. They've got an emergency coronavirus appeal as well, and what they've said on their website is the coronavirus crisis has put vulnerable children in even more danger. Lockdown has meant they're hidden from view and trapped at home at risk of abuse and neglect, and without the vital support they need. They're all alone trying to cope with their worries, fears and worsening mental health. Your donation will help our frontline staff deliver vital care packages, provide urgent support and advice, and arrange an emergency response for children in imminent danger that could save their lives. So both these charities are sort of really going to causes that are on the front line and to the most vulnerable people, which is why I chose them. Again, you can just donate via their website. Whoops! The perils of balancing your camera on a folder of knitting and crochet patterns. Yes, so you can donate via their website, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and donate the £260, and then I will follow it up with an email to explain where the money's come from. So I'm going to do that in a little while, but first I'm going to play Bop It with Phoebe. coming up for 8 o'clock on Saturday. Dan and the girls are just watching some strange American sitcom about people who live in a hotel. So I've just been quietly editing and knitting. I am very nearly finished with my as if tee, so I will talk about this when I film a podcast next week. But I'm literally just adding some length to the body of it, and then I've just got to do a little bit of knitting for the sleeves. It's kind of sleeveless, so it's not very much to do on the sleeves at all. And really it's just a question of getting it the length I want it whilst not running out of yarn. So that's quite exciting. It'll be my first ever knitted garment, and so far I love it. I love it so much. I was a bit worried that I had done these bits here from the top of the breast shaping to the shoulder. I was worried I'd done it too short, so I increased it a bit. Now I'm worried I've done it slightly too long. This looks really weird. But, well, we'll see. We will see. I like it a lot. Yes, I just wanted to say goodbye for this vlog. This is going to be my last lockdown/lockdown easing vlog. I think we've come to the point now where we are moving on from coronavirus as it was at the height of it into something else. I know we're not through it, but it's something else now. So business as usual, or what should I say? I want to say, what is the right term? Normal will resume. Normal functioning will resume. Oh, you know what I mean. It's going to be the usual podcast every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm just going to grab my wine that I've done. We haven't had a drink all week, so this is very much needed. Yeah, podcast every couple of weeks, and I still intend on doing more daily vlog series, but the next one probably won't be now until October, for Vlogtober. If I want to do a little vlog between now and then, I will. Otherwise, I intend to put any little adventures that we have on our family channel, as I mentioned earlier. So tomorrow's day out to Dover Castle will be on our family channel, just because it's nothing to do with, mind you, this hasn't been much to do with yarn and stuff, has it? But it's more to do with the family channel's just a free range, just gabble on about whatever we're doing. God, that's what I'm doing now, isn't it? I'm going to have a sip of wine and shut up. I wanted to just let you know one thing, or thank you for one thing. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel slightly embarrassed. But I'm going to put a link below to a blog post that is on the website of the British Film Institute. So way back in March or April, I mentioned that someone had contacted me to let me know that the British Film Institute were looking for nominations for videos that people felt had captured the spirit of lockdown here in the UK. I voted for Joe Wicks. And the one of the curators, or one of the researchers from the British Film Institute, contacted me. His name's Jez. Hi, Jez. He won't be watching. Poor Jez is probably lying down in a darkened room somewhere, having to endure as many videos as he could possibly bear in the name of research. The poor man. Yeah, he contacted me to say that I had been nominated, and that I'd been nominated more than anybody else. So thank you to everybody that that nominated one of my videos, or my series of videos that I put out during the sort of height of lockdown. They're all in this same playlist as this video will be, and I will link that underneath as well. So there's a blog post which I'll link, and it's just about all kinds of wonderful content, but in particular the blog post I'm included in is about video diaries. It's really, really lovely, and what they've said about my channel is also really, really, really lovely, and I'm struggling to kind of accept it as something that's deserved. So I just want to thank every one of you that did that. Thank you very, very much. I am so honoured that you felt that was that my videos were worthy of nomination. If you can hear that really weird gurgling noise interrupting my Oscar speech, it's the dishwasher trying to get in on my thunder. Blimmin' appliances. We've had to buy a new washing machine in the last 2 weeks, and then our tumble dryer broke as well, so we've had to buy a new tumble dryer. And then Lilia broke the sink in her bathroom, so we're gonna have to get a new sink as well. What next? Yeah, so anyway, a heartfelt thank you from me for anyone that nominated me for that. They've written a really lovely blog post, and it's actually a series of blog posts, and it's really worth going back and reading all of them, because you will discover some amazing people creating content online, and it's a really fascinating project. It's called Britain in Lockdown. I think that's the name of it, so it's really worth having a look at it. I just wanted to mention that in this, the last of the lockdown easing vlogs. So I will see you in the next podcast, and let's see what the rest of this year brings, shall we? Yeah. See you soon. Bye.